All right, so tomorrow we got Wilder and Ortiz too.
Yes, sir. Yes,
This
sir.
is the rematch.
Yes, sir. This is a highly anticipated rematch in the heavyweight division. So I know I'm excited for it. I don't know. I don't know how you feeling.
You know what? I'm always excited with the new heavyweights the
Right.
bouts that we continue to go ahead and see.
Right.
Dude, I'm always excited when these fights come out.
And I mean, there's nothing like fight night. I mean, anytime there's a big fight, I feel like even if you're not even at the venue, you still feel like that buzz in the air. It's weird. Like, I don't know. There's just something special about fight night. But I don't know. Getting more into the fight, why I'm so excited about it is, I mean, if you watch the first fight, it was a highly competitive fight. It went back and forth. Wilder had his moments, and Ortiz had his moments. And there was a point in the fight where it looked like Wilder was going to lose.
Yeah.
Ortiz, like he to me, he made his name in that fight. After that fight, even though it was in a loss, everybody knew who he was. Because he put up that well of a fight against, a highly anticipated fighter and a big name within Deontay Wilder. So that's why I'm so excited for it. And then, like, if you see how the fighters look now, like, they're both in shape.
Yeah.
They both look like they're in the best shape of their lives.
Well, that was part of Ortiz's issue. He said last time too, is because he just fatigued and he just started to get gassed.
Yeah.
So he was saying, he felt that's what really ultimately cost him the fight was the fact that he was getting fatigued. So he knew that was a weak point he needed to go ahead and improve upon.
Right.
I like this fight because these are just these dudes will go ahead and just throw hands the whole fight.
Haymakers.
For the fight content itself, it's great, but for the overall story and the possible repercussions and consequences it can have, I don't know why Wilder's doing it, honestly.
See, I agree with you wholeheartedly on that one. Like, when they announced the fight and he took the rematch, I'm like, what is this guy doing? You know what I mean? Because he's pretty much putting everything on the line against a guy who was the former heavyweight champion and pushed him to the edge to where this could ruin his future plans next year of his fight with Fury.
Well, 90 days away.
Or Joshua, or with
well, Joshua's fighting Ortiz or Ruiz next.
Right. I mean, if he won that fight, but he's putting a lot on the line. For this fight against a good fighter. You know what I mean? I mean, this guy, Ortiz, is going to bring it tomorrow night. And, I mean, if I didn't watch the fight and I looked at my phone and I seen that Ortiz won the fight, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know the world would, because Wilder's probably the heavy favorite. But I wouldn't be surprised if he won the fight. He's that good of a fighter. You know what I mean? So, to your point, it's like, why did the guy take the fight? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and some people may, if they're not aware, some people may just look at it as like, okay, well, he loses a fight, he still fights in 30 or 90 days, right? In February. That's not the case. Because if he loses this fight, then the Fury fight is off.
Yeah, it is.
So it's not only the fact that if he loses a fight that he's going to go ahead and he's going to lose that shot. Let's say he wins. But now what happens if you get injured or you take some nasty cut or so just something happens that is going to go ahead and hinder you from going ahead and performing in 90 days.
Right. It's going to delay that fight.
If he comes in, gets a knockout in the second or third round against Ortiz, which I don't really see happening. Mm-hmm. But if he comes out of here as smooth of a fight as it can go for him and he gets a W, then yeah, he's already in fighting shape. Yeah. 90 days isn't going to be nothing to go ahead and continue training. Your body's already into the conditioning.
Right.
So I think it's very risky of him to do it. I mean, that could just be him being just that. Having that much confidence within himself to say, I'm going to fight this dude, I'm going to turn around 90 days, and I'm going to go ahead and have a rematch with this dude.
Right.
With Fury.
Right. And, I mean, with that, having all that power in his right hand, I mean, anything's possible. I mean, this fight could be over in one round, But I'm kind of selfish. I think it would be interesting if if Ortiz was the one to fight. You know, because
well, Ortiz seems like he wants this.
He does.
Bad.
Like he wants revenge, but like just think of it like we seen Ortiz upset Joshua. You know what I mean? No, Ruiz. We seen Ruiz upset Joshua. Just think if Ortiz upsets Wilder. You know what I mean? Like the wrench that throws into the heavyweight division, it's like, man, you know what I mean? Now you really got 4 names. And it's almost going to be like a Final Four. You know what I mean?
Well,
like you got a little tournament.
Yeah, pretty much. Because then you'd have Ortiz, Ruiz, Joshua, and Fury. And then Wilder's kind of put off to the side.
Right. So, I mean, selfishly, I would love to see Ortiz win the fight just to see how it shakes up the heavyweight division. But I mean, let me ask you this question. What do you think is a bigger upset? Do you think that we all seen the Ruiz upset Joshua? We've seen that fight. So if Ortiz beats Wilder tomorrow, what do you think is the bigger upset? The Joshua one or Wilder?
The Joshua upset is way
really
bigger. Oh yeah, because no one really. I mean, Joshua up until that point was like the poster child of the UK boxing, and no one really expected Ruiz to go in there and really go ahead and pull out the win like that.
True.
I mean, this dude, he's I mean, they call it this as it is. He's just a fat athlete. That's what they call it. And I've been trying to find another name to really go ahead and say it, but he's a bigger dude.
Right. He
like
is.
You look at him and you don't think that he is in top physical condition.
Correct.
When it comes to cardio and just health and just peak, right?
Right.
You look at Joshua and you think that.
Yeah, he was in shape.
Joshua was really in shape.
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say that a big dude like that just can't go ahead and just... I've seen it. I've seen big dudes, big fellas go ahead and just catch... They put all that body weight into them punches. That's a whole... Man, those put them bricks to them. But, you know, that happens because they get that body weight and that momentum.
Right,
so it happens, but no one's seen Joshua getting TKO'd.
True, and you made a good point. I mean, I was leaning towards Ortiz beating Wilder. I felt like that would be the bigger upset, but I mean, you made a great point. I mean, Ruiz going into that fight, nobody knew who he was. You know what I mean? Like when Joshua took that fight, we're just like, oh, it's a little tune-up fight. You know what I mean? He'll probably get him out of there in 1 round. You know what I'm saying? And then Ruiz got into the fight and he actually won the fight. You know what I mean? And he knocked him out, not once and not twice, but 3 times. He stopped the fight. So, you're right. I'll give you all the credit on that one. That one is the bigger upset. It would take somebody on that status of what Ruiz was, and if he was to knock out Wilder, then I feel like it would be equal or even better. But the Joshua one, that one takes the cake. Even though I think if Ortiz is to win tomorrow, it will be a big upset, but not on the level of what that one was.
From what Ortiz was saying too in a recent interview, he was saying that, look, man, I wish they would just take out the bell and just let us fight. Don't even ring the bell. Just let us fight until the whole fight is over.
Damn, he's ready.
Yeah.
He's ready.
Yeah, he wants this one bad, but I don't see it really being too big of an upset. Like if I expect Wilder to go ahead and win, but like you said, if I were to look down at my phone tomorrow and I see Ortiz is the one that went ahead and took it, I'm not going to be ultimately just dumbfounded like I was with the. I mean, they were making memes out of Josh, bro. They were making memes out of this dude. Like it wasn't even a meme. It was to the point where they're making videos.
Yep.
Like. I remember seeing a video, like someone took time to make a 30-second to a minute Instagram video of this dude just ghost walking out the ring, walking to a cab, and I think he was walking down the airport terminal and then walking onto a plane. Like it was crazy. Like that was just such a huge upset, but I mean, they're going to get ready to fight again coming up here soon, too.
Yeah. I don't know exactly when that fight is. I don't know if that's going to be is that a December fight? I'm not too sure.
Tony, you know if that's a December fight or not? 8th. Okay, December. I was gonna say.
So that's in a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. That's in a couple weeks, and I'm in that fight, man. I'm gonna be interested to see what Joshua looks like. Like, bruh better come up. He better show up and show out.
So the thing about this next fight is that Ruiz actually has been dropping weight.
Yeah, yes.
Which can be dangerous for him.
Right.
Because he's not in the same condition, in the same stature as he was before. So this could hinder his punching power.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Exactly.
So I mean, even though because he had kind of said it at his post-fight interview, that he had made kind of a jab at himself about his conditioning and his body weight. But he said he wanted to go ahead. He knew that was something he needed to go ahead and change too. But I think that this could be counterproductive,
right,
to what he needs because his punching power isn't going to be the same.
Right. So I hope he's been working on his punching power because I mean, dropping that weight, getting ready for a fight, I mean, you could lose a lot of power,
Yeah.
And I mean, I think he was used to fighting at that weight, So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to actually see it. Like if he's going to have his punches are going to have the same effect as it did in the first fight. So that one's going to be definitely an interesting fight. I expect Joshua to redeem himself in that fight. I mean, he needs to. If he want to keep his name buzzing, but.
I think he's gonna have to come with a knockout though.
Yeah, he's gonna have to beat him up.
He can't even. To me, I don't even think a TKO would really. I mean, it's gonna keep him relevant, but I just think to really shoot him back up, put his name really back up there, he's gonna have to just go for the knockout.
Yeah, he is, and I mean, if Ruiz wins, I mean, he's the real deal. I mean, he's pretty much beat the champ twice, so he'll probably be next in line to fight the winner. If Wilder wins this fight out of Wilder and Fury, which I feel like Fury's the best in the division right now, in my opinion, the best boxer, Wilder I feel like has the best power, but the best like pound for pound boxer I feel like is Fury.
But Fury's one of those dudes too that's not. You don't look at him and think, okay, this dude is top physical prowess, like. This dude he's kind of big too.
Right, but he's been getting in shape as well.
But the way that dude can just bob and weave.
Yeah, for his size, it's impressive.
I mean, even not for his size, his skill is just impressive. Period, all the way around. But it just adds that more because he's that big.
And I seen an interview with him, and he made a good point. He said that he fought Wilder. And people that watch the fight, I mean, everybody has their own opinion. Some people felt like Wilder won the fight. Some people felt like it was a draw. And some people felt like Fury won the fight. Definitely, if Wilder didn't have the knockouts, then Fury wins the fight outright.
Yeah.
But Fury had came out and said that he fought Wilder out of shape. He said I wasn't in shape.
You can tell.
And he was like, I wasn't ready for the fight. And he's like, I pretty much won the fight. And I'm like, man, you make a great point. He's like, you look at me now. He's like, I've had time to prepare. I've been in the gym. I'm in shape. He was all like, so if he couldn't beat me then, what do you think's going to happen now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but, I mean, you always have that thing with Wilder is if you get caught, you're going to, it's night. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude has true power in that right hand. So, I don't know. I mean, the heavyweight division has some exciting fights, just like the welterweight division. I mean, we have, even though I feel like there's more names in the welterweight, but the heavyweight division has some interesting matchups on the horizon starting tomorrow. Yeah,
I'm excited. We'll go ahead and be live streaming tomorrow on Red Pill Station. I will be on there with Tony doing commentary on the fight. So make sure you go ahead and, again, check them out. Red Pill Station on YouTube and Instagram. Thank you guys for tuning into this segment today of At the Office. Be sure to check out all our social medias at Real at the Office on Twitter and Instagram. Also, go ahead and check out our friends over at Red Pill Station on their Instagram and their YouTube. Make sure you go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Any comments on what you guys would like to go ahead and see on our next segments coming up will be greatly appreciated and loved. Make sure to go ahead and check out Red Pill Station's YouTube as well. Like, comment, subscribe over there, and make sure you go ahead and hit that bell notification so you know every time we post a new segment.